as much as it may baffle people around the world, and frankly sometimes me, here in America we have the right to keep and bear arms. We have the right to firearms. It is in our Constitution. It is the Second Amendment of our Constitution. We have the right to keep and bear these arms to protect ourselves, our families, our communities against criminals, wild animals. We have the right to use them for survival if we need to, and we have the right to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. However you want to define that. I'm not here for that right now. Part of that right comes the responsibility of ownership. And responsibility isn't just training to be a good shot and hit what you want to hit every time. That's part of it. That's a really big part of it. But there's a lot more to it. If you really need to use these, if the bad things happen and you gotta grab your gun, you want to know how it works. You want to know how it loads, how it unloads, how it cycles, how it functions, how to clear jams, all of that stuff. You want to know how to clean it and maintain it. There's so much more to gun ownership than just putting rounds downrange and hitting a target. But part of that training and practice off the range, the function check, loading, unloading, all of that, you do not want to use real ammunition when you do it. Every time you load your firearm with real ammunition, you are that much closer to firing a real bullet down the barrel of your firearm at something. No matter how good you are, accidents happen. No matter how careful you try to be, negligent discharges can happen. And so when you're handling your firearm and you're picking it up, shouldering it, pointing it at something, you want to minimize the risk of one of these accidentally going over there. So, also, frankly, these are expensive. Today, March 6, 2021, I went to 2 gun stores looking for ammunition, and the first one didn't have any, none at all. The second one, box of 50 little basic 9mm rounds, was $55 plus tax. As grateful as I am for their customer service, that's not in my budget. And also, you don't want to use real ammunition when you're training and practicing loading and unloading and cycling and checking the safety, checking the trigger function, all of that stuff. You really want to keep real ammunition as far away as possible so you don't accidentally grab it, slap it, cock it, and fire and punch a hole in something or someone that you hold dear. So they make these things, and I picked up a pack of these today called snap caps. They're also called dummy rounds, training rounds, safety rounds, what have you. But these are the exact size and shape of real 9mm, and they come in basically, this brand A-Zoom comes in over 100 calibers. These 9mm ones are the exact size and shape of actual 9mm bullets, but are as harmless as pebbles at a picnic. They have a little pad where the firing pin hits the primer on a normal bullet, but it won't damage the firing pin, and they will cycle through your magazine and all of that, and they last forever because you don't fire anything. They don't do anything besides take up the same space and functionality as a normal bullet up to the point where the actual bullet leaves the chamber. So, and these rounds will last darn near forever, I'm told, and this was $20, but this will allow me to practice loading and unloading, chambering, clearing, all of that good stuff that you need to be intimately familiar with when your firearm is needed. You grab a real magazine, load it, and use it. So, I'm gonna try and load these up, do a little practice with them, and see how they work. Once you've taken the lock off your firearm, as always, make sure your firearm is safe and unloaded. You want to check the chamber, make sure there's nothing in it, nothing in the extractor, nothing in the magazine well. I like to keep a chamber flag until I am ready to load this. I need to clean this. So, first thing I noticed is that the real ammunition, the real 9mm ammunition, is heavier than this training ammunition. I'm assuming these are hollow, except for the little rubber pad in here. I don't know if this is a single piece of aluminum or if it's two pieces together, like the two pieces of an actual cartridge. Who knows? But I did notice that the training safety bullet is much, much lighter than the actual bullet. We'll see if that affects cycling functionality, any of that. But first things first, check, make sure the firearm is safe and unloaded. Second thing, want to take real ammunition as far away from your work and training area as possible. You want to minimize the risk of accidentally grabbing your defensive ammunition when you're training. So that's way out of reach. So now I've just got the safety practice tools, training tools, whatever you want to call them. But beyond that, these load up just like, and I need a magazine loader also. These load up just like normal rounds. Same size and shape, same functionality. And I put just a couple here so I have a few to cycle through. So let's try cycling these out, chambering, clearing the round, all of that. See how these training rounds work. Now that we're ready to test this out, clear your chamber flag. As always, keep your firearm pointed, even when it's unloaded. Keep it pointed in a safe direction. Nobody wants this pointed at their face. So, safety's on. Grab first magazine. Loaded. Safety off. I'll have to find that later. Empty. A little easier. Empty. There you go. No jams, no issues. We'll try one more with all 5 rounds in one magazine and try and rapidly cycle through it just to see if it gets stuck at all. But I don't see any issues or any concerns with how this works. This is fantastic stuff. All 5 rounds, single magazine. Empty, no issues whatsoever. So there you have it. An inexpensive way to get your function check, cycling, trigger discipline, all of that kind of practice, everything but the bullet leaving the gun in the safety and comfort of your own home without spending $1 or more per round plus the range trip and all of that other stuff. So thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you are safe and well fed wherever you are. I wish you mucho, mucho, mucho amor. And I hope you are practicing and training out there. We're all we've got. Good luck.